Restaurants have a good news. Their menus are being reworked to prevent customers from splitting meals.
The Koch donor network has good news. They are returning to presidential politics and backing their opposition to former President Donald Trump.
Professional organizers have good news. They provide tips for digital decluttering to help streamline your digital life.
Financial advisors have good news. They suggest sorting out inflation and lifestyle creep to rein in overspending.
Apple has bad news. They are appealing a U.S. ban that halted the sales of their popular watch models.
The CIA has bad news. They have struggled to rebuild their network of agents after losing them a decade ago.
Iran has bad news. They have accelerated their nuclear program, putting pressure on the U.S. Retailers have bad news. They are preparing for post-holiday returns, which could pose a trillion-dollar problem.
Shoppers have mixed news. They kept spending this season, but return policies have become more annoying.
There is no specific subject, just a general update on various topics.
Apps Bluesky rolls out an in-app video and music player and a new hide post feature. Good news. This update enhances Bluesky's user experience by providing users with a built-in video and music player for links, as well as a feature to hide posts they don't want to see.
The eternal struggle between open source and proprietary software, neutral news. This article discusses the ongoing debate between open source and proprietary software, but does not mention a specific company.
Bluesky finally lets users look at posts without logging in. Good news. Bluesky's decision to allow users to view posts without logging in enhances accessibility and may attract more users to the platform.
Spotify starts disinvesting in France in response to new music streaming tax. Bad news. Spotify's decision to pull support for music festivals demonstrates their protest against a new tax in France. This move negatively impacts the music industry and could lead to further consequences.
Beeper says it's done trying to bring iMessage to Android after a month-long cat and mouse game with Apple. Bad news. Beeper's inability to bring iMessage to Android after facing multiple roadblocks from Apple is a setback for their mission and may disappoint Android users.
AI VCs are entering 2024 with healthy paranoia. Good news. This suggests that AI VCs, artificial intelligence venture capitalists, are cautious and alert, which can lead to responsible and ethical investment decisions in the AI industry.
AI ethics keeps falling by the wayside. Bad news. This article highlights the ongoing issue of AI ethics being neglected or disregarded, indicating a lack of responsible and ethical practices in the development and implementation of AI technologies.
Top robotics names discuss humanoids, generative AI, and more. No specific company mentioned. This article likely covers discussions and advancements in robotics and generative AI. The overall news can be either good or bad, depending on the specific topics discussed and their implications for the industry.
It's critical to regulate AI within the multi-trillion-dollar API economy. Good news. This article emphasizes the importance of regulating AI in the API, application programming interface economy, to ensure fair and ethical practices, particularly considering the large market size.
SVB, SBF, and more OpenAI, the 2023 Chronicles P2, no specific company mentioned. This podcast episode likely discusses significant events in the startup and AI industries in 2023. The overall news can be either positive or negative, depending on the events covered.
LegoChem Biosciences has good news because it has secured a license agreement with Janssen Biotech, a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson, to develop and market LCB84, a TROP2-directed antibody-drug conjugate, ADC. An antibody-drug conjugate, ADC, is a type of targeted therapy that combines an antibody with a chemotherapy drug. The antibody specifically targets cancer cells that express a certain protein, in this case, TROP2. Once it binds to the cancer cells, the chemotherapy drug is released, killing the cells. TROP2, short for trophoblast cell surface antigen 2, is a protein that is overexpressed in various types of cancer cells, making it an attractive target for ADCs. By targeting TROP2, LCB84 aims to selectively deliver the chemotherapy drug to cancer cells while minimizing damage to healthy cells. This license agreement allows LegoChem Biosciences to collaborate with Janssen in further developing and commercializing LCB-84. It is a positive development for the company as it signifies recognition and validation of their technology by a major pharmaceutical company. PharmaBlock Sciences, Inc. has good news as they have obtained ISO 5001 certification. This certification signifies their commitment to sustainable development and energy management. It applies to their headquarters, R&D center in Nanjing, and manufacturing facilities in Zhejiang and Shandong, China. This achievement showcases PharmaBlock's efforts to reduce energy consumption and improve their environmental impact.
Jemincare has good news as they recently received 6 approvals for clinical trials of their innovative drugs. These approvals were in the fields of cancer, kidney, and anti-infectious diseases. They obtained 4 approvals from the National Medical Products Administration and 2 approvals from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. This indicates that Jemincare's drugs have met the necessary requirements and can now proceed to the next stage of testing and development.
LegoChem Biosciences has good news because it has secured a license agreement with Janssen Biotech, a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson, to develop and market LCB-84, a TROP2-directed antibody drug conjugate, ADC. An antibody-drug conjugate, ADC, is a type of targeted therapy that combines an antibody with a chemotherapy drug. The antibody specifically targets cancer cells that express a certain protein, in this case, TROP2. Once it binds to the cancer cells, the chemotherapy drug is released, killing the cells. TROP2, short for trophoblast cell surface antigen 2, is a protein that is overexpressed in various types of cancer cells, making it an attractive target for ADCs. By targeting TROP2, LCB-84 aims to selectively deliver the chemotherapy drug to cancer cells while minimizing damage to healthy cells. This license agreement allows LegoChem Biosciences to collaborate with Janssen in further developing and commercializing LCB-84. It is a positive development for the company as it signifies recognition and validation of their technology by a major pharmaceutical company. AstraZeneca has a good news because they have entered into a definitive agreement to acquire Gracell Biotechnologies, Inc., a global clinical stage biopharmaceutical company. Gracell is known for developing innovative cell therapies for the treatment of cancer and autoimmune diseases. This acquisition will help AstraZeneca further their cell therapy ambition in the field of oncology and autoimmune diseases. Cell therapy refers to a form of medical treatment where living cells are used to treat or cure diseases. It involves extracting cells from a patient, modifying them in a lab, and then reinfusing them back into the patient's body to combat the disease. This type of therapy has shown promising results in treating various forms of cancer and autoimmune disorders by targeting specific cells and improving the body's immune response.
Gracell Biotechnologies has good news. They have announced that they will be acquired by AstraZeneca, a global pharmaceutical company. This acquisition will further Gracell's cell therapy ambition in the field of oncology and autoimmune diseases. Gracell Biotechnologies develops advanced cell therapies that utilize innovative approaches to treat cancer and autoimmune diseases. By joining forces with AstraZeneca, they will have access to more resources and expertise, allowing them to accelerate the development and availability of these innovative treatments.
Nanobiotix has received good news as its partner LanBio has assigned the development and commercialization rights for NBTXR3 in China, South Korea, Singapore, and Thailand to Janssen Pharmaceutica NV, a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson. This means that Janssen will now have exclusive rights to develop and market NBTXR3 in these Asian markets. NBTXR3 is a potential first-in-class radioenhancer, which means it is a substance that can enhance the effectiveness of radiation therapy in treating cancer. This agreement expands the reach of NBTXR3 and provides Nanobiotix with the opportunity to reach a larger patient population in these countries.
LionBio has made a positive announcement regarding its agreement with Janssen Pharmaceutica NV. According to the agreement, LionBio has assigned its exclusive rights to develop and commercialize NBTXR3, a potential first-in-class radioenhancer, in China, South Korea, Singapore, and Thailand to Janssen Pharmaceutica NV, a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson. This news indicates a positive partnership between the two companies and highlights the potential for NBTXR3 in these Asian markets.
Biopharmaceuticals have revolutionized disease treatment, offering hope to numerous patients. The 2024 GenScript Biotech Global Forum aims to gather CAR-T industry leaders to discuss and explore the advancements in cell and gene therapy. This event will highlight the significant role of biopharmaceuticals in improving patient outcomes and fostering innovation in the field.
Syncel has a good news. Syncel, a life science technology company known for pioneering next-generation spatial proteomics, has announced the inauguration of its U.S. main office in Watertown, Massachusetts. Biotech and Health, DP Techn aims to expand its AI technology into human oncology, which is good news as it shows the startup's ambition and potential growth in the healthcare industry.
Biotech and Health, Imprimed, a precision medicine startup, builds AI-powered dog cancer treatment technology, which is also good news as it indicates advancements in veterinary care.
Apple Watch Series 9 sales halted over patent dispute. This is bad news for Apple as it disrupts their sales and could potentially impact their revenue.
The fight against methane, Valley investors are targeting cow burps to reduce methane emissions, which is good news for environmental sustainability efforts. Cogita raises $86 million Series B to compete with Ancorstore in Europe. This is good news for Cogita as it signifies investor confidence and growth potential in the e-commerce wholesale marketplace.
Clothing influencer shopping app LTK adds creator product reviews. Good news for the app as it adds a new feature that allows creators to provide product reviews, enhancing the shopping experience for users. Lyft follows Uber's lead and removes its mask mandate. The news is seen as negative as Lyft removes its mask mandate during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, potentially putting riders and drivers at risk.
Amazon expands its custom-fit clothing service made for you with athletic tees. Good news for Amazon as it expands its custom clothing service, offering more options to shoppers and improving its competitive edge.
Walmart launches AI-powered virtual clothing, try-on technology for online shoppers. Positive news for Walmart as it introduces a new technology that allows online shoppers to virtually try on clothing, improving the convenience and experience of shopping.
Pair Eyewear focuses on adult glasses as it takes in $60 million. Good news for Pair Eyewear as the company secures significant funding, indicating a positive market outlook for the direct-to-consumer eyewear industry.
Good news, Home Cooks, an Etsy of food startup, has raised $3.2 million in seed funding. The company's successful crowdfunding campaign Slides contributed to its fundraising.
Good news, two African B2B e-commerce platforms, MaxAB and Wasoko, are in talks to merge operations, indicating potential growth and expansion in the industry.
Good news, Lisbon startup raises $19 million by simplifying the production of customized merchandise, showcasing the success of their innovative approach in marketing.
Good news, Recommerce marketplace Zoom secures $18 million in backing to scale in the MENA region, suggesting growing demand for pre-owned goods and conscious consumption. Good news, Guac, a Y Combinator-backed company, trains algorithms to predict grocery demand, aiming to reduce waste caused by poor grocery demand forecasting.
Crypto hackers stole $2 billion in crypto in 2023. Bad news. Hackers continue to steal billions of dollars in cryptocurrency, indicating a lack of security measures in the industry. Archon Energy raises $110 million to grow U.S. Bitcoin mining capacity. Good news. The investment will help increase Bitcoin mining capacity in the U.S., contributing to the growth of the industry.
Dog-themed meme coins are pawing their way back into investors' hearts. Neutral news. This article discusses the resurgence of dog-themed meme coins without providing a clear positive or negative stance.
Why tokenization of assets can be a key driver of growth in crypto. Good news. Tokenization of assets can open up new use cases and contribute to the expansion of the cryptocurrency market. WorldCoin is no longer offering orb verification in India, Brazil, and France. Bad news. Withdrawal of the orb verification service in these countries suggests potential issues or challenges faced by WorldCoin.
Trade war. Trump has a good news. His potential second term would include new levies on imports, signaling a continuation of protectionist measures.
Driving less. Despite owning more cars than ever, Americans are driving less, indicating a shift towards a stay-at-home lifestyle.
Housing shortages. Cities are changing zoning regulations in an attempt to address housing demand and high costs, but this practice has sparked controversy.
Inflation outlook. Central banks predict that inflation will return to normal levels by the end of 2024 after reaching multi-decade highs in North America and Europe.
The rise of forever renters. More Americans are choosing to rent instead of becoming homeowners, leading to the emergence of new neighborhoods and changes in savings patterns.
Price decrease and consumer sentiment. Prices fell in November for the first time since 2020, and consumer sentiment rose to a 5-month high in December, with households lowering their expectations for inflation in the coming year. Fashion Off Script launches an app to create and buy AI-designed fashion. This is good news for the company, as it shows they are investing in innovative technology and expanding their offerings.
The circular economy promises to remake retail. Why is it so hard to trust? This article does not mention a specific company. It discusses the challenges of trust in the circular economy and its impact on retail. Coach's knitwear supplier bets $1 million on Jelly Beans fashion prediction tech. This is good news for Jelly Beans, as it shows they have gained the trust and investment of a major supplier in the fashion industry. Peer-to-peer fashion rental marketplace. Pickle picks up $8 million. This is good news for Pickle, as it indicates they have secured a significant amount of funding to support their expansion plans.
Boys Club co-founders want crypto skeptics to see it as a tool, not just a vehicle for finance or investments. This article does not mention a specific company. It discusses the perspective of the Boys Club co-founders on crypto as a tool beyond financial applications.
Stocks rise to start last trading week of year.
Good news? Stocks are off to a positive start for the last trading week of the year as major indexes advanced. This is a promising sign as stocks look to close out a positive year after a challenging 2022.
Fintech's biggest hits and misses of 2023. No specific company mentioned, so it's a general overview.
Vestwell raises $125 million to help businesses power workplace savings programs. Good news for Vestwell, as they have raised a significant amount of funding to support their services.
Salesforce acquires automated commission management platform Spiff. Good news for Spiff, as they have been acquired by Salesforce, which could potentially provide new opportunities and resources.
Tamara tops $1 billion valuation in $340 million Series C funding. Good news for Tamara, as they have raised a substantial amount of funding that has increased their valuation.
The rule of X and how cloud leaders should think about growth versus profit. No specific company mentioned, so it's a general discussion of a topic. Olay, the on-demand fashion app, has closed a $1.5 million funding round. Good news, as it suggests that the company is experiencing growth and attracting investors.
Psyche, a Web3 platform backed by 776, will serve as an incubator, marketplace, and social community for fashion designers and consumers. Good news, as it indicates the support and investment in the fashion industry. Farfetch, a luxury fashion marketplace, saw its stock close at $28.45, up 42% on its first day of trading on NYSE. Good news, as it demonstrates the successful debut and market reception of the company. Zalando, a luxury goods and fashion portal backed by Samwer Brothers, has launched Ameza, a new online property. No specific news mentioned for this company.
Startups VCs are entering 2024 with healthy paranoia. Good news. This suggests that VCs are cautious and aware of potential risks, which can lead to more prudent investment decisions.
What VCs are looking for in the next wave of cybersecurity startups? Good news. It indicates that VCs are actively seeking opportunities in the cybersecurity sector, which can lead to increased funding and support for innovative startups in this field. Nonprofit Co.org sues Baiju's unit White Hat Jr. over payment dues. Bad news. The lawsuit suggests a dispute over payment, which can negatively impact both Code.org and White Hat Jr., potentially affecting their reputations and financial stability.
Thank God a startup is solving the bedbug problem. Good news. The startup Spada's solution to identifying bugs can help prevent infestations, providing a valuable service to individuals and businesses affected by this issue. Defy the odds, create a unique niche, and succeed beyond the hype. Good news. The article highlights the importance of staying true to a company's mission and finding a unique niche which can lead to long-term success and differentiation in the market.
Venture VCs are entering 2024 with healthy paranoia. This is good news as it shows that venture VCs are being cautious and aware of potential risks and challenges in the upcoming year.
Spada, a startup solving the bedbug problem. This is good news as it indicates that there is a solution available to prevent bedbug infestations.
Defy the odds, create a unique niche, and succeed beyond the hype. This is good news as it emphasizes the importance of staying true to a company's mission and finding a unique market niche for success.
A strong foundation can help raise early-stage capital. This is good news as it highlights the significance of having a solid foundation to attract early-stage investors. Investors aren't scouring pitch decks as earnestly as before. This is bad news as it suggests that investors are not as enthusiastic about reviewing startup pitches.